Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Hey. Good afternoon, boys and girls. We are here for another development stream of the game that was never finished. But one day maybe will be. Maybe. Maybe one day. But you know, what is important is that, you know, we make it functional. We make it functional and completed. So yesterday we worked a bit on quest. Today we're going to work again on quest. We have a picture of the day. Look at how many people at the fountain. What are you doing? We have still some bugs on quest, but this one was important because it was one that outlined a few issues that we had in the quest system, and in particular the way we send the information from the server to the client and back. So yesterday we did some reasoning and we fixed some bugs, and yeah, it was pretty good. Now we have only one issue left, which is the buy trigger, or anyway the trigger that allows you to get away from the discussion with the NPC. Now I double checked actually in the old game, when you click on buy, you just close the window. It's not really sending, you know, a buy trigger. I think it's kind of nice that you click on buy and you anyway see the answer of the NPC, because all the NPC have, you know, have a specific answer. So we have basically two options. Or we do it like in the old game, so that we just exit, you know, when we click on buy. And so this means that you're not gonna send to the NPC any information. Or we implement a mechanism where, and I'm thinking about it, or we implement a mechanism where you click on buy, you wait the answer, and when you got the answer, the UI may change and may swap, you know, buy with leave, but I think it's too complex. I think it's a bit too complex. I think we can just, you know, change the buy into maybe a leave button, and so you're just leaving the discussion. That is probably the easiest. I need to think a bit about it, but yeah, but let's not make things more complex than what it should be. So my suggestion is we change the Npc Bubble UI. We change the Npc Bubble UI, which is under Game, Windows. If I search Bubble, is NPC Chat Bubble. And so basically here at the bottom there are always two triggers. One is for trade and the other is for buy, right? Which is this one, WD Chat Buy. And I think I will change it. And I will rename it to Bubble Leave. So you are leaving the discussion, because remember that this one can also be used, for example, with pets, right? And pets don't have a buy option. So that is probably the easiest. You see, setup, buy, and trade bubbles. it's a buy trigger. And I think there is all this reasoning, you know, about there is all this reasoning about this buy, leave, but I think we can keep it very, very, very simple. Formerly buy. I mean, we can have this as leave. So if it's a buy trigger, I think we are just going to close the window and restore the camera position, but we are not gonna send, you know, we are not gonna send this. So we are not doing this anymore. I would say we are not doing this anymore. Well, actually, wait. We are doing this, but not this. Yes, not this piece, which is a send NPC chat message. So we skip it. For buy, we skip it. Let me just delete it. I mean, it's not. Okay, I think this will do. I mean, it's the simplest solution ever, but I think it's also the best solution ever. So if you really want to say bye to an NPC, you have to type it. If you don't type it, then... Hello, Hula. Hi. Hello, everyone who joined. Welcome to the stream, and let's try to make some progress on the game. I want to release the new alpha. I think it's due because I'm trying to do one per month, but the last month has been a bit busy for me. So, but I'm trying to do one per month when I can. And the last one was the 18th of September, if I remember right. So we are slightly above, you know, the 1 month timeline. Just waiting the server to go up. Is loading. Yeah, the beginning, the first time you start it is taking more time, but then the PC cache start to kick in and start to be so much faster. So basically now when I click on leave, I don't even know where we are setting the name of the trigger. Yeah, with that one we are just quitting basically. We are doing nothing. We're just quitting. I think it's the easiest way, and I think it is the way we should keep it. I think it's the easiest way and the best way. If you really want to say bye to the NPC, you can, but you can type it here, you know? You can say bye. Oh, why the window closed? Is it detecting? That's interesting. Why? It is detecting the buy somehow. It is detecting the buy somehow. Because the window closed when I typed it into the text. On this one, on text submission. Right? If buy is pressed, then close the window and change the key. Ah, this one. No. It's not a good idea. This one we're gonna remove it. This one we're gonna remove it. We don't want to. Yeah. I think you can say buy, and the window should not close automatically. I think this idea of closing things automatically, I think is not really great. So let me delete it. I think we can delete that. Let me just rename buy to leave, so I think it's more understandable. I don't know exactly how to do it, but it should be a setup player bubbles, right? No, a setup buy and trigger set. I think it's this one, but I don't know if we are using this. Set text. Okay, so this one will be. This one will be leave. The buy. I mean, the trigger we can keep it as buy, but it's not going to be. It's not going to do anything. Okay, let me try again. I think it's good. I think it's simple enough, and simplicity wins sometimes. Well, most of the time. Simplicity wins. Okay, so we saved everything, so we are good. So let's try again. Now the question is, if this works, we are gonna check all the other. We're gonna check all the other quest bugs that are listed in the wiki, in the bug tracker, and see if they are derived from this one. But I'm pretty sure they are. I mean, some of them for sure. All the ones where there was the empty first screen, and definitely were derived from this. Okay, so basically now if I click on leave, I just leave, okay. If I type buy, I receive the answer to my buy, and nothing else happens, so you really need to click on leave to leave, okay? And I think it's okay. I think it's perfectly... you cannot see it because it's on the bottom right, but anyway, is it? The leave button is easy, okay? The rest should work as expected. The rest should work as expected. Now the only thing that we don't have the we don't have the we don't have the text. I mean, we don't have the log of the text of what she told you, right? And this is actually in the chat window, but the chat window is not displayed. So the question is, you say this is the discussion you did with her, right? The question is, do we want to see this text anyway in the speech window, like having a log down here, right? I think it would be a bit too much text, but at the same time, I think would be good. I don't know. Do you have an opinion on it? Hello, Electra. Hi, I'm doing great. I'm doing great. Everything is going well. Making progress, you know. I'm trying to commission some stuff. We have a new company that is probably going to work with us. It's a pretty young company, but I think it's okay. And I try to commission to them some of the monsters that are missing. We have 3 monsters that are missing from the game. I think next week they're going to send me kind of an offer and understand, you know, how much they want. But yes. Training like a boss. Okay. I think this part is done. So I would do this. I would flag it here, and I would say fixed pending release. Right? Am I logged in? I'm not logged in. Yeah, in the log file, I think it's there already. We created a log file, right? So if you configure, we did it some time ago. So we configured, I don't remember where is it, but yes, this log thingy, you know, enable logs NPC. So in theory, we should have that text. We can check it, but in theory, we should have local update. Wait, I mistyped a number of things. Well, yes, you will have it here, but in my case is under saved because I'm launching it from the editor. So I think in my case is here. Cran chat, you see? Cran chat. And in Cran chat, yes, you have, you see, you have all the text. You have all the text. No problem. So you have it in the log. You have the full text in the logs. Easy. So that seems to be working. So I will close it as fixed pending release, and I will say fixed blank speech on first phrase, fixed reverted first second options, display, and fixed you know, replace of option, wrong replace of options, whatever. So we fixed all of that basically yesterday. Okay, so let's check if other bugs for quest are similar or not. In the old game, you needed to get around 4 text options in one chat file to get a quest data in one log file. Yeah, now you can just click on I mean, you have these new options here that we built, and so you can decide, you know, which of the tabs is done now. Is done by tabs. It's not done anymore by message, because I think that the message was a bit confusing to everyone. What was that long list of, you know? So here is basically you're saying, do we want to enable the log? Yes or no? And do you want to this particular one to be split to a separate file? So for example, here the whisper is split to a separate log files, and the guild is split to a separate log file, and the auction is separate. This is just because I tested, you know. But if you want, you do like this and everything goes into one file. Or you do like this, for example, and just the NPC goes into another file, right? So... And a small other question, have you somewhere some new monster never implemented in the game? No, we don't, but we will. I mean, I hope one day I will finish the porting, you know, and when I finish the porting, I will start to really add new stuff. I mean, I will dedicate only to new stuff. At the moment, we are still, you know, porting old stuff and trying to make it work. But we are not very far from... we are not very far. Okay, let me see all the other quests, okay? Introduction to Science. After clicking the dialogue option to start the quest, the dialogue option to continue or return letter come up straight away and disappear after click. Yeah, this is the same bug. I think it's exactly the same bug. I think it's a duplicate, actually. I think it's a duplicate of our 73 whatever. The one of Lori. 7310. So I think, I'm positive this one is a duplicate. Probably a duplicate of FS 7310 retest when released, when new alpha is released. I think they will be the same for pretty much all of them. This guy was, you know, dedicated. It was precise enough to open them all, but I think all these ones are the same bugs. Are exactly the same bugs. Hammer of Hamel, initial dialogue broken. Okay, this one seems to be different. And say, Arquis says, I have no task for you today, so I cannot start the quest. This may be a knowledge problem for the player, because some quests have a timeout. Mainly the repeatable ones have a timeout of a certain amount of minutes. So it may be, let me check, but it may be that this one may have been on cooldown. A hammer for Amel. I could just say I have no task for you today, so you cannot start the quest. I think it's very unlikely. I think it's very unlikely. First of all, this one has a prerequisite, which is introduction to crafting. And so if you don't have introduction to crafting done, right, it will actually not work. We can test it in the real game. I mean, in the test server and see. Is the test server up? I don't know. One thing you can do, guys, if you want to help, is to double check the bugs that have been opened. Okay, there is a valuable help, because it takes time, you know, to actually double check that the bugs that have been opened are actually correct, and they are actually, you know, real bugs, like this one, for example. And so if you want, you can, you know, you can go through the list, check some of them and see if it happens to you as well. And if it happens to you, you can maybe put a comment saying, yes, it happens to me. Now, I don't know which kind of quest I have. Lord is not here. I don't know which kind of quest I have Oops, what did I click? Okay, I have introduction to crafting, which actually I completed, so it's perfect. It's exactly where you want to be. So we have this one. So if I teleport myself to Arm Quest, in theory that other quest should start. Let's see. Hello, introduction to crafting, introduction to craft. Why these options are popping up again? That I don't understand too much. Why these options? Because I'm off through the quest. Because I'm off through the quest, so I need to complete it. I need to complete it fully, I think. More crafting. Okay, so he's basically explaining you all the stuff. Now I'm not gonna read it because it would take me forever. But wow, there's a lot of information. It's very nice. Tell me what armor making. It should be finished, right? Wow, shield making. Is there a way to exit? I mean, to finish it or not? Ah, yes. You can click on I have no more questions. What else should I see next? And he's telling you a bunch of stuff. Okay. Okay, so now it should be finished. This one is still in the list for whatever reason. You see? But a hammer for Amel now started. Yes. So actually the test we wanted to do. Wait, let me... So you need to have introduction to crafting completed. You need to have introduction to crafting completed and a hammer for Amel not completed. It works for me. So this one to me is not a bug, but I mean it's unconfirmed, yes, so it seems, but you know we have an issue though, because it seems that you see this last option, introduction to crafting, it seems to pop up anyway. Why is popping up anyway? Why is popping up anyway? That's interesting to know. Because in theory, in my quest list, this one should be fully completed, hopefully. No, so I don't know why I'm clicking on that all the time. If I go on completed, yes, introduction to crafting is considered fully completed. So it's considered fully completed. So why the last step is still popping up? That's a bug, huh? There's introduction to crafting. Good day, sir. Good day, sir. I hear you are the person to ask about... Ah, because we are restarting it. So this one can be repeated? I think this one can be repeated. Is a repeatable quest? Introduction to crafting. Player lockout -1. Quest lockout. No, doesn't seem to be a repeatable quest. I think there is something weird going on. In theory, you should not restart. Why is it restarting? I guess in the database, character quest. We can try with another one, but questioning. What is this one? Questioning is an helper one. This one is repeatable. Questioning is repeatable with a timeout. But this one is not repeatable. Now, if I click on it, I think it will... Ah! But you see that if I click on it, it's not understanding? So it didn't pick up the completed for real. Or anyway. I mean, it sees it as completed in my list, but let me try to relog and see if it does it anyway, but I think it will. So I think we have another bug there, boys. I think we have another bug. I think we have another bug because it's strange that it's allowing me to click on it. So basically it's sending me the option. Yes. But then it doesn't understand it. So is the way the data is sent to me that is wrong, but it's not. Okay. Okay. I think it would be very nice if we could reproduce it on our server, because debugging this one is not so easy. Also because he has an older version of. So let me try to complete. Let me try. Maybe we can try to complete the lorry quest and then. Okay, let me try. Meanwhile, hello everyone that joined. Hello, thanks for joining. If you have any question on the game, any question on Unreal, any question in general, don't be shy and just ask. I'm streaming also to interact with you, so... Okay, so let's finish this quest and see if we get this double option again. So to finish this quest, this is a dummy quest, so in theory I should just click on this. And I think they will complete the quest. I don't know, because I did some... Yeah, you see, this one is considered completed now. It's considered completed. So if I speak with him again... Ah, yes, it restarts. Okay, so we have the bug also. No, wait, because this one is repeatable probably. This one is repeatable. This one is repeatable. Wait, is it? It's not wise to encourage you speaking. Maybe. Let me see if is actually repeatable or not. Rescue the princess. There is a player lockout time to 0. In theory, it should be -1 if you don't want it to have repeatable. Right? I think that that's the rule. Obviously, we don't have anything in the documentation of the field. Let me see if we have something on the wiki, but I think it should be -1. Let me see if we have something on the wiki under player lockout time. No, GG. No. We don't have it documented. Maybe we have it documented in the code, but I think it should be -1 anyway. Player lockout time. Let's see if we find it. Because first we need to understand if the quest is actually repeatable. Come on. Couldn't find it. I couldn't find it. Strange. In theory, should be under quest manager, I guess. No. When we are loading the quest scripts, no. When we are loading the quest. Because the quest scripts are another thing. So can be in cache manager. Exactly, preload quest. Quest load. Exactly, PS quest. Oh my god. Thank you, Visual Studio. Thank you a lot. PS Quest load. Okay. Player lockout time. There it is. Yes. If lockout time is less than 0, then is infinite player lockout. Yes, exactly. If is less than 0, so if it's 0, even if, you know, it's setting it to 0, but yeah. Okay, so let's set our quest to -1, so we are sure that we are not making this quest repeatable. So we will set it as -1. Wow, I cannot type into that. Okay, now I can. Right. Let me restart the server and the client. Well, at least the server, but I think it's easier if I restart the client as well. So now the quest is for sure not repeatable. We have some repeatable quests that are timed. So for example, every, I don't know, 10 hours Arnquist may ask you to bring in something to eat or things like that. And you can use those quests, you know, to grind a bit of experience and some simple items and money. Yeah. He's still here. Ah, he's still here, but now he's not. Okay, so we reproduce the bug in my machine. Okay, perfect. Because you see, it's popping up, but then it doesn't understand it. So now we need to understand why is popping up. Why is popping up? Why is popping up? That's a good point. So how do I check it? I think the best way for us to check it is server side. You know, in the talk interaction and the chat message, all of that, right? Is exactly where we were. We were yesterday. So in this show pop-up menu, which is then going into show menu, all of that. Yes, I want to see if this is the problem. Or if this is the problem. But basically here we are not doing the right check. There is something that we are not doing the right check. Yes, the apple quest. I don't know how many apples I made him eat. Yeah, but there is a timeout now. You can have him eating every few hours. I don't know. In game time, so you should not eat too much. Or do you think it's still too much anyway? Maybe it's too much. Speaking of eating, now that you mentioned eating something, my stomach went like, yeah, why not? And so I'm gonna take few nuts. Few nuts. Hello, Piet Machine. Hi. It's good for new players. We can make Arnquist become more and more fat as you feed him. Okay, server is up. There is an easy check. Okay. So as soon as I click here, we will get into this. So we need to understand why we are getting these additional thingies. We actually get this quest as open. We get this quest as open. It's kind of strange though. So basically the server thinks that we still have this quest. Open and not completed? No, it's completed. Status C. Remaining lockout. Maybe got the lockout from the previous one. Okay. I understand. Let me redo it. Let me redo it clean. Let me redo it clean. So let me actually delete this. Redo the quest. Right? Redo the quest. And then because now the quest is really not repeatable. Before it was repeatable, so which is a good, is not a good idea. So maybe the remaining lockout was triggering the option. I have to take another picture of this landscape because it's actually different now. But anyway. Okay, let's do the let's do the quest. Yeah, there are a bit of breakpoints I should probably remove because otherwise. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, I'll do it. And fantastic. It gives you a box. I want. Okay. So now the quest should be completed, and let me check again if in the database we don't have the the remaining lockout is still here anyway. So it's the same, huh? But anyway, the quest is showing as completed, right? So if the quest is shows as completed, we should not get that option. This is what I don't understand. Quest manager get assigned quest. Let's check this function because this function may be broken. Ah, as simple as that. Assign quest. Hey, but okay. But anyway, it sees that the status is completed. So I don't know if I should get 0 out of this or if I should get that. Merge current spot in active quest first. But I think the check is here because you see that it's checking if the status is C, and if status is C, it's just continuing. Okay, let me try. Yes, so it's not adding this response here. So probably it's doing it after. Also offer default choices in case a new quest should be started. Dict, find menu, full name. If NPC menu. Anything I can do with you? I want. Is there anything I can bring you? Have a nice. This is basically returning all the options. I mean, why? No, it's not very clear to me. It's not very clear to me why in this line we are getting all the possible options. Initial pop-up menus. Initial pop-up menus. Yeah, but these initial pop-up menus should be filtered, right? Should be filtered by... It's not very clear. It's not very clear because we are getting... Basically here we are getting a full list of triggers. There are some with prerequisites, but here we are getting the full list of triggers. Strange. So now we get 11. We get 11 triggers into this menu thingy. Check if any responses exist by PID instead of name. Find menu. No. So this one is getting skipped. Show menu. Right, but chest. Okay, so basically now in that array we have the full list of triggers this NPC may give, and now I'm expecting this part of the code to check if those triggers are actually valid for us, right? In fact, it's going through all the triggers. Check if the quest is valid. Check if the quest is enabled server side, and check if we are not in testing mode. Is testing is false. If the quest is active, and if the quest is valid. Okay, so this one will pass basically for all of them. Check if the player meets the prerequisite of the quest, right? So it's checking if these triggers actually have a prerequisite. And so for many of them, like this one, for example, we have a quest prerequisite. Do we have a quest prerequisite on this one? I don't understand. Anyway, it seems we have. It seems we have. Let me go inside of this check. Check quest assigned. Check quest assigned. Hey, this one we return true for sure. Ah, if it's not assigned. If he's not already assigned. Wait, I don't understand this. What is this guy trying to check? I mean, this quest doesn't have any particular prerequisite. The prerequisite is empty, right? Prerequisite is empty, so it doesn't have any prerequisite. So I don't understand why we have a default prerequisite added. Check availability as per lockout. No, that's GM. We show quest even if the lockout is greater than GM. Get an error message in the system if we can get it because the tested mode is off. So if is GM would be false. Wait. If I put GM to false, right? Will I go through this or not? Ah, okay. It's just because I'm a game master. It's just because I'm a game master that is showing up. What? I mean, it's not very useful though for game masters. It's not very useful. I mean, you are anyway seeing an option that will never work. You will never see an option. You will see an option that will never. They will anyway never work because unless you are enabling his testing, right? He will never answer to that question. I don't understand why. Not as GM we show the quest even if in lockout as GM as GM we get an error message in the system if you cannot get it because intensive mode is off. Yeah, exactly. This is exactly I mean, I don't know. I mean, it doesn't make a lot of sense to me, but because in fact now, you know, it confused me. It confused me because I was a GM, right? And so that option came up anyway. By the way, here it crashed pretty bad. which is a problem. But anyway, that's another problem. That's another problem. Okay, so basically, if I switch, you know, if I switch my account to no GM, then we will not see that option. Okay, let's try, just to confirm. Right? Just a second. So if I go to accounts and I change guest to be level 0 and I save it, I don't know if I will be able to move then, but for the usual problem of, you know, having too many items compared to the strength. But hello, holographic squid. Hi. Welcome. So now I'm a normal player. Come on. Come on. What the hell? How many windows do I have open? I don't have the server running. Okay. 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 Okay, let's see now. Let's see now, boys. Let's see now. Yes, it's not here anymore. Okay, that's a bit confusing, but okay, it's only for GM, so GMs will get confused, but it's normal. I mean, it was like this in the old game as well. My suggestion would be to remove it anyway, so to have it on only when you have the tester mode enabled. Otherwise, it's super confusing, right? But basically, this works. So I don't see this bug. I don't see this bug. I think we should close it, but yeah, the blank speech bubble is, so this one is again a duplicate because we fixed it. I mean, we fixed it, but it will be fixed in the next release. Wait. Hello. Hello, Andrew of Manchester. Thank you for the Patreon pledge. Assuming that you are here, because sometimes people do pledges, but maybe they are not connected to the stream. But if you're connected to the stream, thank you a lot. Thank you very much. So we are 57 now. Yay! We are 57. Nearly 60. Let me double check. It's still showing at 56. I don't know why. Anyway, maybe someone else removed it. Hey, thank you a lot. Thank you a lot for that. I know, I think it doesn't show yet in the report, but it just happened. Thank you for that and welcome. Welcome, Andrew. So with Patreon, you can get access to the alpha. So if you go to Patreon, you have now the possibility to click. GG! You have now the possibility to click on the alpha release, download it and test it. Also, you will see some videos and other stuff that I post sometimes. So this will also be a fixed pending release, right? Let me see which others, because this person Stalfos, I don't know if it's any of you here, but because you change nicks so often that I cannot keep track of it. But he opened a few. The two choices in the second part of the live show straight away in the blank speech. Yeah, these are all the same. I mean, thank you for opening them, but these are basically all the same. Okay, so they are all duplicates. These ones, because I fixed, you know, the original problem. I mean, the root cause, right, of this problem. And is now, so all these ones that are now, should now be fixed when we do the new release, because it needs a client update. You can click the first and only dialogue option to start the quest. This one seems to be slightly different though, because you cannot click the first and only dialogue option to start the quest. Fallen says there is nothing I need at the moment. Or. In theory, is a repeatable, yes, is a repeatable quest. Is a repeatable quest, and it should start to, okay, let's test it in game, let's test it in production, because, well, in production meaning test, because this one I don't know. This one actually I don't know if it's an issue. Distro, client, 13, and PS client. Ding. Okay. Okay. Well, here we are, game masters again, but I don't think for this particular report we have a problem. So let me teleport. Let me teleport to this NPC, which is the one we should speak with, and let me. Hello, anything I can help you with? Okay, so he's saying that if I click on this, nothing happens. There is nothing I need at the moment. Thanks for asking. So I think that this is the trigger because he's in cooldown. Because this guy is in cooldown, I think. Bing. Why my phone? I mean, someone is sending me a lot of stuff. Bing, bing, bing. Ah, that is the... okay, okay. Nothing relevant. Nothing relevant. Yum, 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 yum. So, what do we do with this? I mean, in theory, there should be... But do I get the information of the lockout? I can set quest tester on and see what happens. I can set quest tester on. What the hell? What happened? Why the options went up? What? 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 I think quest tester is doing something weird. Yeah, it's quest tester that is probably creating too many options. And... I have not asked for you today. Pity. Pity. I wanted to have some quest. I don't know. This one could be a lockout. Now, how do I know? Is there any GM here? No. I don't know if there is any GM. How do I know the lockout of this thing? Can I query for lockout? Because I think we have a quest command that... How do I know the lockout of a specific quest? I don't know if we are giving it to lockout. Lockout, and I remember we had a way to see it. Yes, remaining lockout. You see, we have a print. No. This is the insert. List quest, list others. The question is, can I know? Right. Let's do it on me. Let's do quest on me. Quest on me is listing all the steps. But this one is called what? It's called or, and or. Can I check or, and or on me? Complete, list, discard, assign, set variable, and set variable. No, we cannot really check it. Pity though. Yes, error is not showing. He's not showing. Would be nice to check. It would be nice to have a way to check the lockout. Let me see if I can find. Wait, one guy online and see if I can ask him. Which is Uajet, by the way. Let me check with him. Is there a way to know the lockout time of a quest for a particular player? Because that's the question I have. So basically we will have to check. I mean, I can add it in the code if it doesn't exist yet, but the idea is that you need to check that particular lockout, you know, against. But in theory, if you never completed it, right? If it's not in your quest list, you should be able to start it. Now, why I cannot start it? He has 0 prerequisites, so in theory, it should be possible to start it. Player lockout time 21,600, quest lockout time 0. It is very strange that it's not working. I mean, it seems to be a bug actually, as I see it, because I don't have this quest, and still I cannot run it. Right. This quest is huge, by the way. Oh my god. It's huge. It's like 10 pages of quest. So yes, it's kind of weird that he's not giving it to me. It's kind of weird that he's not giving it to me. And also it's kind of weird that he's giving these answers. I have not asked for you today. I have not asked for you today. So where is that coming from? Is it a default? Is it a default answer based on the knowledge area or what? I have not asked for you today. Let me search. Let me search NPC knowledge area. And no, I need to wait. I need to search in production NPC responses, and I need to search where response 1 like I have not asks. Yes, it's this one. I have not asked for you today. Trigger ID 2585. Interesting. Interesting. Ah, we did this trick. Okay. So we put it in general area, so if the quest is actually not available for you, you're getting that as a default answer. Oh, yeah, that's smart. I didn't remember that. So, okay, so the fact that he's answering like that is because that quest is actually not available to us in any way, and he's defaulting to the general area, which is a knowledge area in his brain. Fine. Fine. Okay, so we need to try to reproduce on my machine this problem, because it seems that this particular repeatable quest is not working. Now, I think in my machine we have other repeatable quests with player lockout, and And those seems to be working fine, no? I think so. So for example, we have for example, there is a player lockout time 10, right? Or player lockout time 300, for example, right? This one is no Mailenki lost found, right? So which is number 13. Which is number 13. 13 is this one. Do you want a key? Okay, we can test this one on my machine. This one actually has a lockout. I don't know, maybe there is some problem with the lockout. It's very possible. At the moment I'm not a game master, and I think it's a better idea, so we don't mess up with, you know, weird overrides or but if I'm not a game master I cannot teleport. Haha. You wanted, but you cannot. Yeah, I need to at least I need to teleport to Mailenki, and then I can remove my rights, but I need the security level 50 at least for teleporting to the right NPC. I'm pretty happy we are testing Quest anyway, because it's something that, you know, I didn't test in a long time, and they are, you know, a foundation of the game, so we really need those working. Okay, the Mailenki is this guy. Mailenki gold, is there anything you need? Actually, yeah, actually it's not popping up. It's not popping up. It's not popping up. Quest. He's not popping up, boys. He's not. He should, but he's not. Yep. Okay, fine. It's not popping up, and that is a good sign. I mean, it's good that we can test it on my machine. So we are gonna launch the server in debug mode. I'm going to remove the GM account just in case, because I don't want to have anything, you know, special. I just want to be a player. And okay, we're gonna start this, and we're gonna restart that, and we're gonna debug when I think we already have the debug breakpoint. So when we are speaking with the NPC, we should go through all the items, and one it will fail, and there is definitely a bug there, at least I think. Consider that most of this part had never been tested in Unreal, you know, extensively, so... Okay, so... Right. So now I speak with him, and the first thing that should happen... I mean, this part I think is not an issue. But the part where we have the issue may be here. Is there anything you need? Why? We only have 3. May Lanky Alina quest, May Lanky Gold, and May Lanky Trusted Transport. And May Lanky Trusted Transport. But in reality there is another one that should be there. There should be May Lanky Lost and Found. Why? Why? Yes, no prerequisite. May Lanky Lost and Found. So, or the loading of the quest is failing completely. May Lanky Lost Found. No, there's nothing else. It's only the icon. May Lanky Lost Found. May Lanky Lost Found. Is quest ID number 13. And quest ID number 13. Wait. This is a super old quest. Which doesn't have the... Oh my god, I see. It doesn't have the menus defined. Maybe we'll find it here then. No, it doesn't. This quest is super old. It's still the old syntax. But this is just for my test. You see that this quest is not having the menus. It's not having any menus. So we need to... Is there anything you lost? So I need to add menu everywhere because actually... But also in this one we don't have the menus. Oh my god, these quests are super old. These quests are super old. We need wait, let me copy it from the other one so I don't mess up. Let me copy. Yeah, but I think they can just be one line. No thanks. Sure, yes. Okay, let me try again like this. So at least we will have this piece. I think one day I will have to redo this part of the menus and not menus because originally our game didn't have, you know, quest with a pop-up windows. It was without. I know it may sound weird, but you could only speak by text with the NPC. Hello, one learner. Hi. Did you lose something? Yeah, but it is a dummy text anyway. The text doesn't even make sense, you know. So it's asking me for a key. I mean, is there anything you lost? And he answered, do you want a key? So it's completely garbage text. So don't care about it. There is just a dummy quest to test stuff, so. Okay, now when I speak with him, that option hopefully will pop up in the menu list. So now, let me see if it's correct. Here we should have 4 instead of 3. Nice, we have 4. Okay. So now we have 4. Okay, let it go. Let it go. Yes, actually it's here. Mail Enki lost and found. Is there anything you lost? So Iris seems to be working. Iris seems to be working. Even if this thing has a lockout now. Even if this thing is a lockout. I'm a bit confused though, because he has a lockout time of 60 seconds and has a player lockout time of 300. Now, the one that we were testing, in game was having a player lockout time of 21,600 and a quest lockout time of 0. It's very strange it's not showing up. Very strange is not showing up. Prerequisite skill herbal minimums 15. What do you mean? Wait a second. Prerequisite herbal minimum 15. No, but it's not in the list. It doesn't have any prerequisites. Prerequisite is empty. So prerequisite is empty. No, there's no prerequisite. Unless, wait, unless in the text, but I don't think so. Require no completion of ore and ore mining step 4. Require no completion of ore and ore mining step 6. Require mining skill 029. Actually, for the second one, there is a prerequisite in mining. But I don't know. We can copy this wall log and the problem is there is a very complex one. So basically I cannot really reproduce it at the moment on my machine, because on my machine seems that it's working. And I don't know if I should I don't know. Why there is a ghosting shadow over the head of the character? Yeah, that is a problem related to certain materials. So like for example, here you don't see it, but here you see it. So it's like this material, you see that it's a bit fucked up. It's a bit long to explain why, but I think that it really depends on... Why I cannot move anymore? Because the server is in debug mode. No. What the hell? I cannot move anymore. Because I am encumbered by the materials that I have on me. Fuck. I think the reason is that our directional light is going through this building, and for some reason is casting very weird shadows on it. And I didn't find a way to fix it yet. I have that problem in many places. In really many places. And I didn't find a way to fix it. I think it's due to the fact that our directional light is static. And so these ones are light maps that are created on top of these objects. Now, probably one solution will be to go everything dynamic, but I wanted to avoid that. See you, Electra. Homemade lasagna, nice. Nice. So now it's showing up, right? How can I... The difference between this quest and the other quest maybe is only that we have... we don't have a server lockout time. We only have... I can put it to 0. So it's more similar to the one... Maybe I can put the same weird number that was there. The weird number is 21,600. 21,600. Is 6 hours. I can try like this, but I don't think it will change much. Then we have a category which is repeatable skill, at least this is what it is in production. And then the prerequisite is completely empty. I don't know if the fact that the prerequisite... Are we sure the prerequisite is fully empty or... Let me just check if by any chance maybe that cell has some weird data, you know. Name like or and or. Actually, it doesn't have a description. It's a bit weird, but it doesn't have a description. This quest doesn't have a description. Interesting. He has a master quest ID as null instead of being 0. Maybe I can try that. Seems to be completely empty. Maybe we can try to set the master quest ID as null and see if this is breaking something. Because maybe in our Unreal, you know, it's breaking something. Quest master ID. Quest master ID. Let me put it to null. And save it. Okay, let's try again. Because at the moment I have no idea why it's giving this problem. No idea. I am in complete darkness. Is the lockout time in seconds? Yes, it's in seconds. But the lockout time is considered only if you have the if you did the quest already once. Okay, so if you did the quest, it's calculating the difference between, you know, when you did it and the lockout time. And that may actually be broken, but it is not our case at the moment, because in our case at the moment we didn't do the quest, we don't have it in our list, so it's just not showing up for some reason. And I can copy the same quest text, you know, to be identical, but no, you see, it's showing up. It's showing up easy. It's showing up, so it's something else. It is something else. Well, the big difference, let's say that I have a million quests loaded. Well, I can load production. I can load production on my machine if we want. I can load production on my machine and test with a full set. It's a bit annoying, but we can do it. If we don't have any other option, maybe we can do it. Maybe we can do it. I don't need to repopulate the items. I need the NPC and I need the quest. And the rest can be fine. So let's do this. So I'm loading now the full database to understand why when we speak with Ferlin we have an issue, okay? Ferlin. It's a long time I don't start the stream avatars. Do you want the stream avatars? We can have the stream avatars. Why not? Seems like the server has to track a ton of player lockout times and a ton of quests we perform heavy. Maybe having a timer per quest once per day would be more performant. Let's go. No, the check is very easy. The check is just no, there is no performance hit on this. There is really no performance hit. Is only comparing the quest lockout time. Wow, we crashed. The quest lockout time with the player last time he executed a quest. So, I mean, it's an integer comparison, and it's only when you are speaking with the NPC for that particular quest. So, check is super good. What is going on here? Why we crashed? We crashed while loading the server data. That is interesting. Because we crashed in a new function that we added, which is the one to extract the bonuses from... fuck. Because now the character creation in production is not updated yet. Yes, but at least it should not crash. Well, actually, if the data is wrong, it should crash. Yes, I understand. Okay. Yes, the character creation in the old database that is not updated yet. So I think what we need to do, yeah, it's something we need to do anyway. So let's do it. What we need to do is to create a new update schema, and we will call it update schema character creation. Update schema char creation .sql. And this update schema character creation sequel will be called when we do the migration. No, it's not a running timer, no. It's a check that is done only once. And I mean on the fly when you need that data, you know. So no, it's good. I think it's good. So we can do it. We can do it any time. You're speaking about character creation, so I don't think there is any. I think I never changed it. So I think I can go with number 43. Change character creation options. We basically source this guy. We source this guy. And this guy. Okay, so this guy will have to. We'll have to do what? I think we'll have to drop. We'll have to drop character creation life relationship, and character creation tables. So all these three tables will be deleted. Yes. All these three tables will be deleted. So I think we can truncate. We can truncate character creation life. Truncate character creation life relationships. And truncate character creation. Right? This was a job anyway that we had to do to put back the truncate. And then we need to add to this file all the options that we created the other day, which are all this. And so we need I need basically to copy all of this into this thing. GG. Need to copy all of this, and I need to copy all of this. Okay. And save it. And now we can test it on our database. Why not? Anyway, we need to test it one day. One day we will have to test it, and the day is now. That day is exactly now. So we go like here. And then we sequel something. And then we use plane shift underscore prod 2. And drum rolls. Fuck. He has no password. Okay, he has no password. Good job, bro. Okay, and then we source this. I saw a number of errors. What do you mean duplicate entry? What do you mean duplicate entry? What do you mean duplicate entry? Duplicate entry 215. What do you mean duplicate and 215? Yes, I truncated. I think we have some double numbers. 215. We have a 215 here. And seems to be okay. I think some of the field didn't update then, or they are updated wrongly. Or I copy pasted it twice? I don't think so. What do you mean? Duplicate entry for primary key, character 215. Ah, fuck. Yes, I did a mistake. I did a mistake. We need to delete from progression events where we need to delete from progression events where name like character creates underscore. Where name like character creation underscore. Where name like character creation underscore. Okay, now is better. Okay, try again. This time seems to be it worked fine. Okay, so we have all the data in. Now let's see if we start without crashing this time. Yeah, because there are 4 tables actually which are involved in this change. There are actually 4 tables. And I only touched 3 of them. I mean, deleted 3 of them. See, now you have your character running around the screen. Look at that. I think you need to speak into the chat or not. No, probably not. Probably speaking it up anyway. Does that code only run once to fix the sequel? Yes, that is done when we execute the migration. So when we are migrating the old data into the new data, so from legacy to Unreal, we run that script. So it's run, let's say, one time only on migration. And is converting the old database of PlaneShift legacy into PlaneShift Unreal. So this is what it's doing. And it does a million things now. A million. I mean, basically for every feature that I change slightly, you know, we have some SQL there, and for all the coordinates that have been changed, we have SQL there, and for skills that we update, so is a million, is well, millions for real, no, but is a lot of is really a lot of SQL going on. Okay, can we connect? Or is still loading? Still loading, probably. Yeah? Can we connect, boys? No. we cannot. Connection timed out. I think it's still loading. Probably now is up. Yeah, there are a million characters falling down. Invalid username and password. Really? Probably I need to log in with the other one. I don't know. I don't know. Yes. So basically now we have the full data set loaded. You could add a key instead of using the like. What do you mean? So we now teleport to that guy. Okay. The difference is that now we are on my machine, but basically it's identical, you know, to production. And now I right click speak on him, and in theory we should go to the breakpoint, yes. And here we can check now why. I mean, I have a million assigned quests obviously in this database. I have 37, so but so I will go through 37 of them, but we don't really care. I think this will never happen. And then we go here. In SQL, exact match on ID is faster than using a comparison operator. The problem is that I need to search on a string, so I cannot really add a key or whatever, you know, because I need to match on a substring. So even if I would like to, I don't think it's possible. So this find menu will return. Wow, it's returning 51 triggers. Holy moly! It's returning 51 triggers. One of which will be the one that is actually not triggering, right? She's one is not triggering. So that we said, what did we say? It should be hello, anything I can help you with. It should be hello, anything I can help you with. Hello, hello, anything I can help you with. Here it is. So actually is in the list, at least. Is in the list, is part of the quest 1465, so everything seems to be nice. There is a player lockout time of 21,600, quest lockout time of 0. Yeah, so it seems to be okay, and the prerequisite is actually empty, so there is no prerequisite for this quest, so it should pop up, right? It should pop up. Now let's see what happens when we go in this function, because in this function is when we are actually filtering all the options, right, to be displayed. And as we saw, this option was not getting displayed, right? The problem is that now we have to go through 51 of them, which is a bit annoying. Our option is number 27. So probably the easiest is that I click 27 times. We are at 25. We are at 25. Careful. 25, 26, 27. So 25, 26, 27. Okay, now we are exactly where the code is checking if that particular trigger is good for us or not. Okay, we need to understand where is bailing out. So this one it should go through. This one it should also go through because there are no prerequisites. Wait a second. Why there is a prerequisite? There is a prerequisite. But I think the prerequisite is just that you didn't do it yet. Yes. So this one will not, in theory, will not go here, okay? We'll just continue, but let's see. Yes, in fact, it continued. Okay. So it's just check that you didn't do it yet. Here is where we may have the problem. I think we may hit discontinue, unfortunately. We need to understand why. The quest should be valid. I should not be a GM. What? Not GM and not is testing. What? But anyway, he skipped it. I didn't read it, but he skipped it. So it seems to be good, eh? So I think he's trying to show it to us. Check to see about inserting a quest heading. Okay, this is not... Is there any other continue? It seems there is no other continue, so I think that this one will be added, actually. So on my machine it works. This is very strange. The menu text is hello, anything I can help you with. Is checking if it's a trigger, if it's a quest. There is a normal trigger. It seems to be working perfectly, boys. Responses. Wait, what is doing here? Menu. Menu. Responses. Add. Menu responses add is creating a new dialogue response with count number 27. This count number 27, I don't know if it's correct, but let's assume yes, with a quest or and or, with a menu text hello, and with a trigger give me. So yeah, it looks perfect. Up to here, it looks perfect. So in theory, now unfortunately our client timed out because we stopped that thingy, but it seemed that it worked. So it seems that on my client, how is it possible? It's the same database. How is it possible? It's the same database. Okay, let's try again. I want to see if it really shows up. Okay. So I will let it go. Fuck. Or and or. It's actually showing up. Bro, it's the same database. Or I did some changes between the last alpha and this alpha, you know, because my code is all new, you know, my code is 1 month later. So maybe, you know, in the different fixes that I did, so I think this one we need to retest after I release the new alpha, because this one is working with the same database. For me, is showing up in my machine, but if I go test server, is not showing up. So there is little I can do on this one. Wait a second. Wait. The problem was not that it was not showing up. The problem was that it's giving me this thing, right? Yes. Sorry, I lost the track of what was the problem. The problem was not that it was not showing up. The problem was that we were getting this error, right? Right. Okay, so we reproduced the problem on my machine, basically. Because it's showing up, but then it doesn't react to this. Okay, we need to understand why. It will not be very easy, because the parsing of the responses is pretty complex, but let's try to understand. Trigger. Trigger is give me quest. Trigger is give me quest. And in theory should have this trigger as part of the knowledge area assigned to him. The problem is that this guy has 9 knowledge areas. Sorry, but in the... Maybe it's stupid though. In the test that I did on my machine, right? Did I click on it and did we see the response or not? In the test that I did on my machine, right? Did I click on it and did we see the response? Exactly. In the test I did on my machine, okay, and the prerequisite is actually empty, so there is no prerequisite for this quest, so it should pop up, right? In the test that we did, was I testing here on my machine or where? No, here we are already. Here we are already on the other machine. Here we are already in production. Yeah, do you want a key? On my... Yeah. It was saying, do you want a key? So we actually clicked it. We actually clicked it and he said, do you want a key? So, okay. So at least on my machine, when I click on it, it worked, okay? So the problem is that here with the real data, it doesn't. Okay, good. Okay, so for some reason, this guy is not accepting the give me quest. Yeah, the problem here is that the data is very complex because we have 9 knowledge areas. One of which is his full name and one is only with his name. Interesting. Priority 0, priority 1. General is actually priority 8. So in theory should go through Should go through all the... Okay, okay. Let's try to see, but... Let's try to see. So he's checking the knowledge area with his name. He's checking the knowledge area with his name. He's trying to find response in this area with this trigger with quest ID equal to 0. But here, this thing is not simple at all, boys. This thing is not simple to debug because, I mean, we can go through this, but it's a very big and complex function, actually. First try with the last response of all assigned quests. Okay, and this one will obviously fail because we don't care. So this one we can skip all of that. Try the old way with general last response. Last response is 1317, but in this case it's not really applicable, so... yeah, because we spoke to him before, but... this one will fail 100%. This one will fail. He needs to search without the last response, so I think it's this one. I think it's this one. Trigger area. Okay, let me try to look at this one. Let me try to look at this one. So here it's just searching into triggers. So we can check if into triggers. I guess he has a lot. Ah, fuck. What is the structure? We cannot really search. We cannot really look at this structure because it's actually, I think it's a balance tree or whatever, so GG. Prior response -1. Trigger give me quest area with his name. Hey, we'll not find it. We know that we will not find it, but no, actually we found it. We found it? We found it. Wait. How is it possible? We found it. We found it. Check if not all responses is blocked, not available in quest, prerequisite not fulfilled, etc, etc. Ah, okay. So here is checking have available response. We need to enter into this function because actually we found a trigger on him with give me quest. Now he may have multiple ones because he may have multiple quests, so we are not sure if there is a kind of an issue though, huh? But okay. Response list ID. Response list ID is only one. Find response with this number. Response is actually found. Response is actually found. And there is a yes, there is actually. Often I have urgent orders. If you help me with some of this. Yeah, this is exactly the quest. We are exactly in the right place. I'm amazed of the fact that I managed to arrive exactly in the right place, but we are exactly in the right place. So he actually found the answer. Yes, the quest is or, and or. Okay, nice. So I think we can find something here. So response is valid. Response is valid. We are checking if the player is valid. We are checking if the quest associated to the response is valid. And I would say it is. Yes. And or if the prerequisite is valid. Okay, so I think we are failing here probably then. Because here we are checking if all the prerequisites are valid and available and no lockout. So let me just see if it goes through. If not, we will do it again because it's a bit complex. Okay, seems that this huge check actually was passed, right? So all of this is actually valid. Check if the quest is the wanted one. Check if the quest is the wanted one. What does it mean? It's checked here to avoid quest tester to get in the middle. What is this? So so it must not be a quest, or quest ID should be -1. This will fail for sure. This will fail. Yes, in fact it failed. It's failing here. It's failing here. Check if the quest is the wanted one. Check if the quest is there and that the client provided an int. And that the client provided an int. Quest get parent quest. Parent quest is null. And the response quest get parent quest get ID is equal to quest ID, and this is impossible because or response quest get ID is equal to quest ID. So I think we have a problem of the client. You see what he's saying here? Check if the quest is there and that the client provided an hint. Client provided an hint means that the client send us the quest associated, right, to that particular option. And the quest is, I think the quest is $14.65. So I think that the point is the point is that probably the old client was sending back the quest ID. Am I sending back the quest ID in Unreal? Because I think I'm not, and I think that may be the issue. But the problem is that if that's the case, no quest will work, I guess. Because here I'm storing only the trigger. Here I'm storing only the trigger. But I'm not storing any quest ID of any kind. So where should this quest ID come from? Quest ID. Quest ID is this guy, which now is at the moment is 0, but it's coming from the previous call, which is coming from the previous call, which is there is the first generic version that does not use water. First check with the hint, then check without a hint. No need to check also in the next part that this should be precise. It's generated from the menu. This quest hint is gotten from this. I sense a mistake here, huh? I sense a mistake. Okay. Let's double check it with the old game, but I think I know what is going on. Well, I'm not 100% sure, but luckily the code was commented enough. Luckily the code was readable. Basically what he's checking is, it seems that you know, the text that is getting sent back, is something like quest ID and then the trigger, right? And then the trigger. And at the moment we are not doing this in Unreal. While the old code was relying on this to do a search. And you know why it's not working only on this case? Because this one is a very generic ID, which is also in the general area. And so since we didn't provide an ID of the quest, it's failing for that reason. I think that's probably how it works. That's probably how it works. Now, this should be done only when you have a quest. Because when you are just speaking free text, obviously you will go without, but this can really be the case, huh? This is the old game. Okay. We are going to that guy. And I cannot move in the old game. I'm too used to Unreal. We are going to this guy. I think it's looking better in this game than in Unreal, by the way. But we speak with him, and it is exactly the same option, right? And now when I click on it, I hope to see the 1465. There it is. 1465. Exactly. We don't have any of that. We don't have any of that in Unreal. 1465. Yeah, so if you want to mimic the same, you know, functionality, which I think at the moment we want, we need to do this. Now, why the old game was... I mean... Okay, we know the problem. We know the problem, which is very good. Which is very good. Now we need to understand when the old game was sending that. So if it was something that was built on the client, if it was something that was built on the server. Because in theory, when I'm building the options that then my client will click, so here, I should be sending or I send the ID of the quest. Okay. Trigger. We do it, huh? We do it. We put the, at least from the server side, we put the trigger with this ID, with this thing in front. Well, I assume we do. I mean, I assume we go through this. I'm not 100% sure, but I assume we do this. So assuming we do this, do we remove it on the client side? That would be fun if we remove it and we never use it, but probably this is what is happening. Receive dialog menu message. Okay, so it seems that the server is sending us that stuff. Looks like. No, we don't get it with the brackets, but otherwise PS dialog menu item. PS dialog menu item. 1 second. Well, I can debug it and we can see, but in theory, trigger. In theory, okay. Let's see if we go through this. Let's see if we go through this. I think we can test it with my sample database because anyway it's the same. I mean, we don't need all this crazy complexity, you know. I think now that we understood the problem, I think we can just run with my simple case. Because I know anyway why it's not displaying. So I think I can go with my simple case, which is here. And we can restart the server in debug mode, but with the sample database. And we can restart the client. We can restart the client with my stuff. Okay. Okay. We just need to understand if we are sending this hint or we are not sending this hint, and I think it's a bit annoying that we are sending it part of the text, you know, because we need to parse every time the text, you know, removing the brackets and doing all of that. So that's very primitive way, but it's true that on the network it's gonna pass that way anyway, but you know, it's not really. It's not really the way to do it. I mean, we should pass two variables in a small structure, you know, one is the text and the other is the ID, and I mean, we can do it. We can split it in, at least when we send it up, we can do it easily. When we send it down, I think it's a bit risky to do, but because I don't want to break too much stuff, right? Yes, we are actually creating the trigger that way. Yes, yes. We created this way. So where is the... No. And then, okay. So I don't understand. I don't understand. Somewhere here we should have the removal of the brackets. It must be there somewhere. I mean, it's impossible. What the hell? Okay, I mean, we can print out what we receive, but we are sending it with the bracket at the beginning. Clear all bubbles, display main. So basically this text, the trigger, this one, should have the brackets in. I mean, there is no other possibility. Set trigger. Set trigger on what? On chat bubble. Set trigger. Set text. Text chat bubble. Ah, wait a second. One is menu text and the other is trigger text. Ah. One is menu text and the other is trigger text. So actually there is one with the bracket and one without. There is one with the bracket and one without. Receive dialog menu message. Yes, I think that's what it is. So we have two. Now I think we are sending back the wrong one. I think we are sending back the wrong one. Yeah, I think that's the case, because actually you see that we have two different ones. One is trigger text and the other is menu text. So menu text is actually displayed in the UI. Trigger text is I don't understand too much. What is this mess? If empty text quest name print string. Ah, by the way, we also have a print string somewhere, with the what? With the quest name And the menu text. Okay, but we never print the trigger text. Okay, but the trigger text is set. Okay. So in theory, we have it. We have it on the client. Okay, which is the good news. It is inside trigger. It is inside trigger. So when I click, what am I sending out? Display the player text in the chat. We are actually sending trigger. We are actually sending trigger. We are actually sending trigger. Uh-oh. We are actually sending trigger. Okay. Send the chat message. Wait. Send the chat message. Did I click on it? I didn't click on it. I'm going to click it now, and I want to see. It will time out, but it's okay. I want to see. I want to see this printout, please. Yes, it's correct. He has the brackets, so we are sending back the brackets. So everything is working, so why is it not working in reality? We are sending back the brackets, boys. We are. So quest ID, but quest ID is 0. We are not parsing the brackets properly then. We are not parsing the brackets properly. This could be the issue. This could be the issue, my friends. This could be the issue. We timed out. Okay, let's do it again. We are not reading the quest ID. Everything is working as expected, but we are not reading the quest ID. Because probably the parsing of the brackets is wrong. I need a breakpoint. Where do I need a breakpoint? Good question. I need a breakpoint. Well, you know what? I think we can have a breakpoint starting from here. Handle chat message. Because we need to be sure that we catch the point where NPC, please. Yes, receive message, check NPC event. It's inside of this somewhere. Fuck, I had it on screen 1 second ago. But is here. We need the breakpoint here. This thing is not working. This thing is broken. I'm pretty sure. Let's see. So PS text is actually correct. It's 13 lost. Is searching if the first character is an open bracket. Okay. He's doing a find on PS text for the last one. Okay. He's finding the last at position number 3. 0, 1, 2, 3, which is correct. He's checking if the end position is different than 1, the -1. And probably this is where he's fucking up. Let me see. ID. Yes, this is where he's fucking up. Look at my comment. Look at my comment. Check if correct. Is not. Is not. Is not. Okay, so there is the bug. There is the bug. So the idea. So what are we doing here? We are doing the. We are doing right. And position. No, that is completely stupid. We need to. I mean, we need to meet. We need to meet from one to end position. I know, because you want the count. Oh my god, why you want the count? You are so annoying. Why you want the count? Anyway. So the count is, yeah, but anyway, we're starting from 0, so it's end position -1. Yes. I think it's like this. I think it's like this. You see that when I did the porting, I was already like, this thing is probably not gonna work. So I knew it, but I didn't fix it because I was lazy. That's why. Probably because I didn't have a good case, you know, to fix it. Unsigned long. Oh my god. Unsigned long, what is it? Like like trillions of okay, anyway. I mean, unsigned long, come on. But okay. Okay, succeeded, boys. Let's try again. Let's try again, and I think this time it will work. So if it works, we can fix it also in the test server, just changing these lines. And the silence reigns in the chat. And the silence reigns in the chat. And the silence. Okay. Let's try again. Let's try again. We can do this. Okay, so what do we want to do? We want to check if when I click on is there anything you lost, here we get the proper number, right? Now we get it right. Now we get it right. Okay, so we need to see if do you want a key? I mean, it was already working on my machine, but the reason it's not working on production is way more complex. But with this fix, now I think it will. So so we need to do the same change. What did I change? I changed what is that thingy? No. What is it? I will never find it again. run it again. Where was that? It was in it was one of these 4 million files that we have. It was in, I mean, I think it was in dictionary actually, but I'm not 100% sure. Oh, I see. No, it was NPC dialogue. Okay, so we need to change NPC. The only problem was this one, was this line, right? The only error is this line. So we can go in the test server, right? Can go easy on the test server, which is running. Stop it. Stop it. I don't know if someone is connected. Probably not. We can vi source ps unreal. PS NPC dialog is where? Bulk objects, PS NPC dialog CPP. We can go to line 583 or whatever, and we can change this line. We can delete, add, and we can add this line instead. And we can then recompile. We can recompile. And we can test it. If this works, very nice. If it doesn't work, pity. It's compiling. It's absolutely compiling. Meanwhile, it's compiling. Maybe what we can do, we can check the other bugs. We can check the other bugs. This one I will leave it open, but this one also was a good one, eh? Thank you, Stalfos, for these checks, because they were very good. Initial dialogue broken. There is another initial dialogue broken. Can we use the yellow there and you can have you win the first dialogue option in question? Or just say there is no task for you today. I think it's the same one that we have now. Yes. This one is identical to this one. These two are identical. So as soon as he compiles, we can actually flag it compiled. Okay, so I will restart the server. We can actually flag it as ready to test, because this one is testable, immediately testable. Immediately testable, boys! You're coming close to me, Hula One Learner. Nearly. I could eat you. Okay. It takes a bit. Let's check other bugs, but I think these two are identical. I think there was another one which was introduction to crafting. After asking about making X, the option what about X is just talk about buying them. The option what about action does not disappear after use. This one I don't know, seems to be different, but I would suggest that we retest it when I did the fix, because it seems to be different actually. Seems to be a different one. Okay, so on that server I need to connect with the release client. Because my compiled client is not compatible anymore with the test version. Yeah, but I think we did a good set of fixes, so I'm positive we can release, boys. I'm positive. Positive we can release. If this works, I think we can release. At least we set another baseline. Do we do an update release? Yes. I think we do an update release because 13 was a full release, right? And so we can do a 14, which is just a delta. I will do Windows and Linux, and Mac I will do it again as you know, on demand. I mean, if people want it, I'm gonna do it. If not, you're gonna wait until someone wants it. Come on, server, please come up. You can do it. Yeah, it takes about 3 or 4 minutes. It's still loading, you say, still doing stuff. Is loading, is loading, is loading, is loading. Ah, it's up now. It's up now. Okay. Drum roll. Drum roll. Pa pa para pa parara. Okay, is there anything I can help you with? Yes, there is. Yes, there is. Okay, it works. It works. GG. Okay, it works. So if it works, it means that we can do what? We can GG! GG! So it was. So these 2 bugs are actually fixed. They are ready to test. They are not even pending release because I did it on the server directly. So these 2 are ready to test. Easy, ready to test. And now this one, let's check this one. This one is another one, huh? After asking about making blades, the option what about axes just talks about buying them, and the option what about axes does not disappear after use. In Crystal Space, you say default on the blade making, talks about 7 on manual, etc. I think we can retest it with the new release, boys. Because now I did a number of changes to Quest, and it's not working like before. So I would say, please retest with 0.7.14 when released. As we did a number of changes to quests. So this one needs to be retested, I guess. Okay. Okay. Is there anything else I want to do before release? Is there anything else, boys, that we want to do before release? Or should we just release? Should we just release? Yeah, this one is the same. This one is ready to test. I think there are a number of these ones, you know, that are exactly. No, this one seems to be different. Is there a flag to say that we are waiting? Yeah, I put it in ready to test. Yeah, this one is a duplicate of the other one, and so will be fixed on pending release. This one is fixed pending release. This bug is about a quest, the quest issue. Please retest and at next release, but then open another bug for night mushrooms. Pick up in case will be still, but yeah, as this is another area. Okay, just adding few comments here, but this one is, I mean, fix the pending release. New character attacks Albernaz. No one damages anyone. This is strange though. It's saying basically that the old burnout is not doing damage because it's missing on a new character. That sounds weird. But that one is a good one, huh? I think we need to check it. Yeah, this one is also fixed pending release, a duplicate of the other one. Same as, what was it? FS 7310, I think it was. Yes. 7310. This one is also fixed pending release. Fix a pending release without a way, broken dialogue. When it comes to choosing your favorite way, there is no option for sure. You already told me. Happens on Crystal Space as well with players who haven't done the quest before. This one needs to be retest, I think, when a new release come out. Okay. I think we reviewed pretty much, you know, most of them. Not all, but cannot choose side activity when creating character. When creating a new Lemur character, do not choose. Yeah. This one is known as fixed pending release because all the character creation was broken. Actually, all the character creation ones. I can check all the character creation ones and character creation. Yes, and this one as well. This will all be fixed when we release the new release. When you release the new release. When we make new release. Relationship has no choices as Lemur. Yeah, all of this is actually broken, you know. I mean, it was broken and now it's fixed. So all of this is all pending release. All the character creation ones are good. Okay, this one is a good one, but unfortunately it's 10 bugs in one list. Character creation model does not disappear if you go back to character creation screen. Is this still happening? This is not applicable anymore because we changed it completely. So I think I can... Hello. Hi, Red Bear Who. Thank you for the raid. Hello. How are you? This one I think we will close with fixed. I mean, it's not really applicable anymore, so I'm just gonna close it because it's so old. This bug is 2020. You know, it's like 1 year ago, and the character creation completely changed, so it's not applicable anymore. Okay, we did quite a few cleaning up of this stuff. And I'm pretty happy about it. Now I still have about 20 minutes before leaving the stream or so. You know what we can do? We can go through some of the which is a kind of a fun activity. Go through some of the feature requests of the past, right? And close or not close or keep some of them, right? So if I go under feature request, all versions, all category, open tasks, right? and we search again, right? We have 312. We have 312 feature requests. Now, these feature requests were obviously opened by players at that time, right? I don't think there are any new ones. So anyway, maybe there are some new ones. But we can start from the bottom. Now, I did this job already one day, some time ago, and I already fixed. I mean, some of these are already reviewed by me. Right. The problem is to know where did I arrive. Let me see if I remember any of those bounties. This one is done, by the way. Torches held upright. This one is done. Very nice. Because now we hold torches upright. You see? This one was opened in 2008. You know? Only 14 years later we did it. Who opened it? Nobody special. Hello, nobody special. If you are looking at us in the future or in the past, we completed your feature request 14 years later. I know. I mean, bro, it is what I can do. Okay. Let's see what other feature requests we have. Bounties. Stepped install to get new player going faster. What is this thing? Stepped install to get new players faster. I like to propose a stepped install plan to get new players started with the game more quickly. From the full install, extract the barest minimum file as it need to be the game with the... Oh my god, no way. I mean, it was also a different epoch, you know. The epoch where this message was written was when, you know, the bandwidth, the internet bandwidth was, you know, not as good as today. And so downloading, you know, 500, 600, 1 gigabyte was really a problem, right? I don't know if we want to keep this idea, but basically this idea would be to have, you know... I mean, we can keep it, but if our game becomes like 100 giga, right? Maybe you don't want to download 100 giga, we just want to download a piece of it, the piece that you need to... The problem is that I don't think that Unreal Engine is really happy about it, right? I think I would say no. I will close it. It's not something that we are gonna do anytime soon, and it's not gonna happen, boys. It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. Post-Illumination zoom support when it sketches. What is this? Post-Illumination zoom support when it sketches. It would be nice if it was possible to zoom sketches when looking at them. This would also be useful when you sketch a map. This is actually a good idea. I mean, when we will have sketches, because we don't have sketches at the moment, but we can keep it. We can keep it. A good old time where we use the string computer. Yes. When it was, you know, when 500 megabyte to download was a real mess. More control over the loudness range of speech. What is this? More user control over the loudness range of speech. As a heavy role player, nice. As a heavy role player is already starting the right way, you know? As a heavy role player, good job. One of the most common annoyances encountered is that there is often no appropriate way to communicate to various group of people. Example, a group of 5 people sitting around a table for an important meeting talks in anxious voices. Someone standing in front of a crowd of people in the street announcing something to them. Sitting in the tavern taking over a drink. I think it's a good idea. So basically what he or she is saying is that the range of the chat is not is not easy to set. I mean, it's not possible to set. But you will you may want to set it. Now, I don't know how many people are gonna use this feature, but I think it's a good idea. So we will keep it as a feature request. Arbitrary action for waving and sitting animations. Blank speech after clicking the first dialogue and the second... No, wait. It would be great if arbitrary action would be combined with the sit and greet commands. For instance, sit and greet normally do the following. What I propose is being able to add me or my to those commands, such as sit me falls to the ground unconscious. Or greet me waves. What? I don't understand. What is the request? Actions to be combined with sit and greet. I mean, just to have them on one line? No, no way. No way. Will not fix. No way. Temporary characters are never removed from plane shift. What do you mean? This report is for the request to delete and use character from the user accounts, and possibly deleting an user account. Copy from bug, blah blah blah. Original. When someone creates an account, it creates one or more new characters. Play for some bait and never logs into plane shift. Those character names are forever unusable. What I think would be when needed fix when an issue is set to send out email to all account to log in. Blah, 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 blah. It should be yeah, actually, I think this is a good one in the sense that we have a lot of unused characters, and there are maybe characters that have been created 10 years ago that have like 1 hour of gameplay, right? So probably what we should do, right, what we should do is to run, is to regularly run a query. Let me make this a bit bigger so you can see it. Is to regularly run a query which is checking, when the account was created. Because if I do something like select, desk characters, right? If I do select, where date, there is the creation date somewhere. Creation time, right? Which is a timestamp. So how do I compare a timestamp in SQL? MySQL timestamp compare. Time less than this. Okay. String to date. What? Let me see. Select count from characters where creation time is less than this date. Holy shit. We have 239,000 characters that are created before that date. Really? Really? Wow. Wow. So the idea would be to check, which character, or we do on the last access, but the last access I think we have in the account. So we could, delete. We could take that thingy. I could do a select start from a select count from character creation date, blah blah blah, and you know, time connected seconds, and time connected seconds is less than. I could even do equal to 0, but I think equal to 0 will probably return nothing. You see, there are like 2,838 characters with 0 time. You know, with 0 time played. So meaning that they created the character and then they crashed, or they couldn't get into the game, or anyway they never used the character. So yeah, there are a bit more if I go 2020. But yes, like these characters are just taking space, you know, and are just taking names and space, and they should just be deleted. And I would say not only those ones, but also these ones, because, you know, sorry, less than 100. So we have 21,000 characters. We have 21,000 characters that are, you know, less than 100 seconds in the game, in the database. So these are probably all dummy characters that people created just to see how the character creation options were working, or things like that. I think we could just delete them. I hope it's not because you take a bit how many space. No, well, it's not space on the hard drive. Is query on the database, because consider every time the database is doing a query, you know, and that query is including characters, you know, which is probably, I don't know, so many every second. The biggest the table, the slowest it is. So basically, all these characters are slowing down, you know, our database for nothing. And consider that these characters not only have a character entry, but they have so for example, if we take this character 31. Wait a second, these are NPC. These are NPC. Wait. We are taking also NPC. And I have to exclude NPC. And character type equal to 0. I think 0 are players, right? Wait. I think yeah, the NPC have 0 time, obviously. Character type. Yes, players are 0. Players are 0. So if we take this player, for example, okay, if we take this player and we search, you know, and we select from character skills, for example. Well, let's do count otherwise. From character skills, where ID equal to this, where probably is char ID or character ID. Fuck. 15. You see, so this character never played the game, or anyway played it for 100 seconds, and he has the character table, he has 15 skills, he has traits, he has, you know, a lot of other tables that are filled up, you know, just for him, but is useless. My dream to see the game with more than 600,000 accounts disappear. What? What do you want to disappear? I don't understand. So I think that, yeah, I think that we need to, I think that the answer to that question, the answer to this question is like, you know, is to select, if you delete the no players, if you delete the no players, yeah, if I delete these ones, you know, the number will go down, but we don't care, right, about the number. It's just that we are freeing up, you know, names, because all the first names are unique. And so there are 19,000 unique first names that you cannot use just because they are used by someone that would never play the game. Now, 2020, you know, 2020 maybe is a bit too much, you know. We can go down, you know, 10 years, easy. I mean, I can do again 2012, you know. In 2012, still, you know, there are 17,000. There are 17,000 which can be deleted. So I think that this bug fixing, this request, you know, this request is a good request, and basically the point is that because I don't want to delete characters that have hours, right? Because if someone is coming back 20 years later and is asking me about his character, if he played the character, I want the character to be there. Okay, but someone that never played it, I think makes no sense. So I think that the point is that we need to build, you know, we need to build a set of maintenance scripts, you know, which are deleting all the accounts if the characters are not used, if the characters have little playtime. The ones, right? The ones with significant playtime should never be deleted. Should never be deleted, in my point of view. So if you played Plane Shift for, you know, 100 hours, 50 hours, 1000 hours, your character will never be deleted. Never. Will always be there for the next 50 years. GG! But if you played only 4 hours, you know, maybe we will delete it at a certain point. So, so we should use queries like this, right? And the point is, the problem is that this query is not really helping too much, because we should delete also all the linked tables, right? Because for the character table, actually there are a number of linked tables, and I think I had a script long time ago. Which was deleting one character fully from the database. And I think we should apply that one. I'm pretty sure I had. The problem is where. Delete char, delete NPC. How to delete a character? The tables populated by you say, because these are all the tables, you know, that your character is actually using. So he's using the characters tables, the glyphs table, the quest table, the skill, the traits, the instances, and the spells. So I think it needs to be a maintenance script, you know. It needs to be a maintenance script on should be a maintenance script on our internal Nexus site. I mean, yes, Nexus site. I think it should be there. And it should be, sorry, not the Nexus, the web console. So we need to add, so we need someone that wants to do this job. But anyway, and it probably will be me again, but if someone else wants to do it, we need to create a PHP. So we need to create a PHP script, page, which is managing this thing. And we never did it in the past, but I think that is anyway needed, right? Is anyway needed. Could be a good prospect task, or anyone that has, you know, PHP skills to help. You can just create the thingy. I think this is a very good one, by the way. I like it. I think we need to do it. We have to do it. I will upvote it. I will upvote it. So we need to build a set of maintenance script, and I would say better if present directly in the web console application, right? Because I think that if we can do with a web console would be nice. The delete should be transactional, so the extra table are removed first and the last character table date. Yeah, we can do that as well. But they are, I mean, we know the sequence, so we can. And anyway, if we know what to delete, is fine. I mean, this script is okay. So this script is okay, and you see that he's doing it in reverse order, so from player spell to characters, and it's okay. But we need to do it with a PHP page, you know, that is like telling you how many you're going to delete and what are their stats, and then you click on, you know, clean up, and it's doing the cleanup and things like that. I think that would be very nice. By the way, guys, I need to go to dinner. So, oh, this music is super loud. Or not? I think this music is super loud. I'm gonna go. Let me see if we can raid someone. Tonight I will not be here. I will probably work on plane shift anyway, but I will work in a more, you know, relaxed way. Let me see if we can raid or not. Can we raid someone, boys? We need to raid someone that is in Unreal Engine. This guy I think was Unity. Rocket League, Fortnite, Warzone. Look at the at the streams. Valorant. Okay. Fortnite. Okay. Heavy development, huh? I see that on Sunday people are doing a lot of development, huh? There is actually an editor here. Play Mini Royale, 2 viewers. I don't know what this guy's doing, but we can check it out. Mini Royale. Toys multiplayer shooter. Seems to be interesting. Okay, so if you can go here to Twitch TV/planeshift, we are gonna raid this guy. We're gonna raid. We're gonna raid this guy. Make him happy because he only has one viewer, and now he will have a few more. We'll make ourselves known, which is always nice. See you, boys! We'll see you tomorrow evening. Bye bye. Have a good night.